That's the globalist plan. And all these people think keeping their head down. I heard an ad for a big Texas bank yesterday on the radio that said, you work hard, you keep your head down politically. You know, we're a Texas bank. Good job keeping out of things. You just make money. And it's like this attitude, because it's not just cowards. There's so many men I talk to that go, you're not going to change anything. Just make money. Hey, idiot, you're not going to have a country to spend that money in or a future if you don't get involved now. I agree with you, sir. This is dangerous. So what's your idea? Tell us. What do you say to people?
If we got the governors to come together, some wouldn't want to, but there's a lot of peer pressure there, and we formed a committee with a chair, and the committee and the chair said, we have got to take this to the military and to Washington, and what they would do is they would then go, each governor could call all of those county sheriffs together for a meeting and say, look, we will, in such and such a day, 2 days, 3 days from now, we will be approaching the military, and we are going to take back this country, and you need to, each one of you, tell the people in your county that they need to contact their family in the military. You either stand for this country or you're not family. And because we are losing it and it's going down the tubes, and when it's all gone,
I agree.
Oh, I didn't know it was that bad.
Oh, I agree. It's now time when people make fun of you or family about this. Hey, how about you never talk to me again? This is that important. And I'm not saying break up families. Either forgive your family, let them be idiots. Don't try to sell them on freedom. But if they want to get nasty with you because you care and they act like that's bad, well, those aren't people you want to be around anyways. That's not family. But listen, let me expand on this. What you're talking about is what the John Warner Defense Authorization Act is set up to stop. And that's Bush, by the way, because they're all just puppets at that level. The John Warner Defense Authorization Act of 2007 sets up Homeland Security to take over the states with the Army if the governors or legislatures are in insurrection. Well, the governors and legislature can't be in insurrection. They created the federal government. The federal government itself has been taken over by the globalist. They brag it's a coup d'etat over America. First issue of the magazine covers that. The economic collapse one, the October issue, or the September issue, excuse me. And that's what the whole art, they know that that's one of the few shots we've got because it could be legitimately done. What do we follow? A Bill of Rights Constitution. We get back to that. And if you send the message that people are going to stand up, others will join us. This is also the type of thing that, you know, really is dangerous to even be pushing because it is the solution. And you've got to, you know, just basically word to word, hey, we need to have an emergency committee to save the republic, and governors that understand it and who aren't globalist controlled need to stand up and say, you've got your fake governor's council of 10 over the 10 regions. This is the real governor's council, and we understand that everything's going to collapse, even corrupt governors. You know, they're not going to have a seat at the table. This is a bad thing we're going into. Even evil people need to understand this is not a good road for anybody except for the very, very top globalists who serve something so dark, you know, it's hard to even describe or quantify. And that is the solution. It is the states. It is people getting aggressive politically at city council, county commissioners, state houses, talk radio. People are getting aggressive. They're putting this show on all over the country, station owners and people, because they realize, wow, this guy really knew what he was talking about. We are in deep trouble. Yeah, I'm not glad I've been proven right. I just got a big chill right there thinking about how much trouble we're in, brother. So everybody should put forward their own plans of how to organize to just basically have like a new Declaration of Independence by the states. And I appreciate your call, sir. That's how I would do it, is we need to have a conclave or a meeting, just as the 13 states did, a new Continental Congress, a states emergency Congress. That's what I'd call it. A states emergency Congress to go, okay, here's all the mainstream news saying the federal government's been conquered by foreign banking cartels. Their plan is to shut us down financially, to consolidate us further. We are under economic warfare, a new type of modern war. We need to identify this new enemy attack. We need to understand it's the Federal Reserve. We need to offer people in the Fed governors who want to defect to the Republic, because a lot of them got recruited and aren't pure evil themselves. You need to choose which side you're on right now, and we're getting rid of this. And then make declarations. Folks, Texas tried to say we're not going to let TSA stick their hands down people's pants. And the feds 2 years ago said, we're going to have an armed aircraft blockade by the U.S. Air Force and shoot down aircraft that try to come into Texas. That was in the news. That's Homeland Security, folks. That Homeland Security represents the foreign banks. I mean, we're getting down to the real heart now, and they know that's where this is going in Obama's second term, is secession. I'm not saying secession, restoring the republic. They're going to call that secession, though. That's why they're billing him as Abraham Lincoln and selling a new civil war, which they're going to have the military and police start with veterans. And they're going to call those of us that don't hand in our guns terrorists. I've already seen the whole war game laid out. I've reconstructed it from different pieces. And now we're dead sure that's one of their major plans. They've got some other sick avenues. It's kind of like those books that can have 3 or 4 different endings. You've seen those. Books that can have a bunch of different endings. Yeah, choose your own adventure. It starts one way, and they got 2 or 3 different things they can do. And I'm telling you, folks, they're taking us down something that's not an adventure. It's a nightmare. And it's time for everybody just to choose where they stand. And the reason I get chills when I think about this is it's real. And my nervous system is like, hey, get ready. My brain's like, get on edge. You're in danger. Because when I step into these points and make these points, it puts me directly under the eye of Sauron. I mean, they do not like what I'm talking about right now. Okay, so I know I'm putting my life on the line when I even talk about things like this, because this is a real takeover. These people do not play games. They put Al-Qaeda into North Africa just to take over and let them line up black people and machine gun them by the tens of thousands. I mean, these people laugh on TV about new wars they're going to start and get crazy looks in their eyes. These are crazy people. Crazy, power-mad demons that are in control. And what do we have to lose? It's just going to get worse if they're in charge. They're not going to stop till we have World War III with the Russians. I'm telling you, folks, these people have to be stopped. The globalists, the New World Order, the eugenicists are crazy. Their New World Order is crazy. It's straight from the pits of hell, okay? Literally. Literally. Literally.